For the Ripon Channel, I'm Marty Ernzer, and we are in the Doc Weisky Memorial Gymnasium. We are moments away from tip-off of the Ripon College women's home game, taking on a non-conference foe, that being a quite formidable opponent from UW-Whitewater. They actually were the national runner-up of this last season. That's how good this program is. They've done it 4 times throughout the history of the program, but most recently just last year. Coach Buzalaki is with me, and she's got quite an assignment here with Whitewater. Coach, give me an idea, when you have such a formidable opponent coming into your house, how do you get your team ready for this? I know they're pretty seasoned, but how do you approach taking on an opponent like that?
Yeah, we hope to be super fundamental, Marty. So doing the little things like hitting and boxing out, contesting shots on a closeout, trying to make sure they don't get any uncontested shots on the defensive end. And then offensively, we've got to create some space. We've got to change speeds against their length and their athleticism. So hopefully utilizing fakes, really handling their pressure in the backcourt like they typically play. So those are some of the things we've talked about.
So you're talking about consistent, good execution, it seems like to me. Do you have a vocal leader or leaders on your team at all that you could say, oh yeah, she is, or do you have quiet leadership? Is it by committee or by a couple individuals?
Yeah, I think our senior class has done a really great job being vocal this year, as well as Abby Hartman as a junior. She's a part of our leadership council as well. And we have a couple of underclassmen, too, that are stepping up and really being vocal in film and being vocal in practice, too, when things start to go awry. So, it's a challenge for us to constantly talk back. That's what great cultures do, and that's what we want to keep measuring ourselves against.
I got ahead of myself here. You come in tonight with a 2-1 record. You took care of business on the road against UW-Platteville, and then you went into Lakeland. They're a university now, and then you're just 1 quarter away in your home opener against UW-La Crosse in that second quarter. Otherwise, you played them even. So you got a good record. You're off to a good start this season.
Yeah, we were disappointed with our second quarter on Wednesday night, and that was the first really poor quarter we've had all year on both ends of the floor. So that's what we've talked about too, is just playing 4 solid quarters tonight, trying to elevate our best, Ripon against Ripon.
I want to wish you the best of luck against this Whitewater ball club, and I look forward to doing the whole season.
Thanks, Marty. Great to have you back.
Be well. So, for the Ripon Channel, I'm Marty, and we're going to be back up for player introductions in just a bit. Welcome back to the Doc Weisky Memorial Gymnasium. I'm Marty Ernzer, and we're just moments away as we got player introductions going here with UW-Whitewater Warhawks. And they're being introduced right now. I'll go over those names momentarily. And they have been introduced. At the starting point guard is a graduate student. Her name is Isa Shanto Domingo. She's a good one, 5'4". Maggie, her name is Maggie Trouch, number 11. Number 13, Casey Corralo. She is the coach's daughter, and she is good, right out of Whitewater. And then you have Aaliyah Grundall, and she is a senior out of DeForest, Wisconsin, followed by 44, Abby Belchner, a senior out of Grafton, Wisconsin. So those are the 5 for the visitors, by the way. If you caught that in the pregame interview with Coach Buzalaki, they lost in the national championship game this last season. That's how good they are. For Ripon College Lady Redhawks, it's Bella Opelt, the super sophomore out of Neelsville, followed by number 3, the Kiana Fall, the point guard from Clayton, Wisconsin. Number 13, she stuck around, took advantage of that 5th year, and that is Skylar Brescia, the 5'10" kid out of Mauston. Joining her is Bonnie Jensen, number 14, out of Muskego Martin Luther High School. And then the 23, the shooter of shooters, Allison Leslie, the one that holds so many school records in scoring, the 5'8" senior, also out of Clayton, Wisconsin. Her and Kiana Fall were joined at the hip. They've been playing together, those two, the point guard and the 3-point specialist, since they were in grade school. to think that those two, the only game they lost their senior year in high school for Clayton was in the state championship game their senior year. And since then, they've been two of many contributors to this program that Coach Lauren Buzalaki has built up so well. So they have quite the challenge today, quite the challenge. They have to, from Steamwood, Illinois, St. Edward High School, the Isa Santo Domingo, that point guard for Whitewater, she's the one that stirs the drink for them. And then when you look at the size and athleticism, yep. And of course, Whitewater was the team that knocked Ripon out of the first round of the NCAA tournament after Ripon won their 4th consecutive postseason play. They do win Whitewater the tip. And so here we are on a lob pass intercepted by Brescia, knocked away. Opelt out of Neilsville is trapped, lost her dribble, got to come to the ball. And the point guard does for Ripon. She steps out of bounds. I'll tell you, when you look at women's basketball and you have athleticism and you put it with size on that front line for Whitewater, it's impressive. Ripon comes out in their man-to-man, going down that lane line, puts it up. We're going to get a whistle. I want to say on Bonnie Jensen. We'll have to wait and see. I know this might be somewhat of a stretch when I say this, when you saw what Luke Meinholz for the men's team did earlier, as the first free throw is good. That is by number 13, Casey Corallo. That's the coach's daughter. Offensive rebound on a long miss, and it's good to go up 3-0 full court press being applied by the Warhawks. Long diagonal. Oh! To be young, that's all I can say. Because if that's me and that's Riley Eisnagel behind the camera, I mean, somebody already dialed 911. Wow, she goes up on that diagonal pass from Kiana Fall. Opelt, she bounced off the floor, folks. And she's up and she's staying there, getting a quick substitution. Skylar Brescia goes out and in for her is 33 for Ripon. That's Sydney Pittenger, or Sid Pitt, as coach will refer to her and her teammates. Shot clock is at 16 on the wing. They know the Leslie's a shooter. They're going to get in her grill and try to suffocate her, not to let her get on track. Step through. What a finish by the point guard. Or was that might have been Opel, the sophomore, number 0. Yep, playing behind on the post. Yeah, I think it was Opelt on that. Great drive. Nice dish there. Sydney Pittenger goes up and gets blocked. Boy, you hesitate against that front line and forget it. You're going to have to go up right away and shoot through that defense. Nice clear out by Pittenger, the Colorado kid. This is our first home game we've had a chance to do here. As Jensen gets it from the point guard, she gets it back. Long three. Now we get her in the scoring column. We're all knotted up at 5s apiece, just underway here on the Bob Gillespie Julie Johnson court inside the Willmore Center. Feed that block, inside-outside game to the point guard. She's long on the island on the three-point shot. That was Isa Santo Domingo. Ripon's going to come up with it with a chance to take the lead. The Neilsville graduate takes the ball down, gets it to the point guard for the Redhawks. She scoops underneath, and it's just too big in there. They play a little catch out on top. Nice job by Jensen. She was playing from behind the post, came out in front of it just enough to knock it away for the theft. Fall looking. We got 12 on that shot clock. Her former high school teammate feeds Pittenger on the block. One-on-one, she makes room for herself, short on the iron. Good effort. They're looking for that low post cutter, Whitewater is. Nice take down the lane line. That's 44. Belchner, senior 6-footer, to reclaim the lead 7-5. Full court press. If you watch that Ripon game, men's game before, Kiana Fall on an errant pass and a one-handed scoop, but the offense got down there a little quicker and they make good on it. Ripon a little slow to get back on that transition after the errant pass by the point guard. 9-5. Ripon has to go. They're trying to get it down low, but it's not easy. There's a three, the first by Leslie. Allison Leslie. It must have been hits that three to make it a 1-point difference. Ripon trailing by 1. Remember, they play quarters, not halves, like them in. So we're almost at the halfway mark of the first quarter. That's a good sign, Ripon fighting. You had 2 players fighting for it, along with Jensen. Then she got tied up. Couple of changes. You have number 10. You have Ludden Alexander and Renee Rittmeyer in for Whitewater. Skylar Beresha re-enters for the Redhawks, along with number 20. That would be Abby Hartman, another veteran. They're going to put on their press breaker due to that backcourt press by Whitewater. Good job. Open three. And you're going to hopefully knock down some of those if you're Ripon. That's also Bree Miller that entered for Ripon. Nice hand. Bree Miller, 21, the Fond du Lac graduate. She's a good matchup size-wise in a game like this. She's 5'10", junior, that can handle the ball. Nice defense by Miller, speaking of which. Ripon with a chance to take the lead here. Miller drives the lane with that left hand, kicks it back out to Hartman. Hartman to the wing. Miller back out. She hits Skylar Beresha. She's one-on-one. She wants to put it up, step through. She tripped. No good. We've seen that happen about 3 times here with Ripon players down where it's big. There's a steal. Sort of a lackadaisical entry pass by Whitewater. Ripon takes advantage of it. Once again, a chance to claim the lead. Hartman almost out of control. Gathers herself. Hits. Beautiful, beautiful drive down the lane to Abby Payne. She's a sophomore on paper, but she's really a freshman. The Illinois Ambroy graduate broke all kinds of records at her school. Her team was at a state championship. Very first day of practice and the first drill a year ago, she tore her ACL. I kid you not. Good to see her out there. Trying to increase that lead. Good look. And that was by Payne. She has that massive brace on that right leg. Good hands by Ripon. So with the infusion of youth, nice to see. Boy, that's just a great story. I've never seen her before, other than checking out what she did in high school on the computer and reading her articles. She's out, but she got a taste. And for Ripon, watch out for 31, Vanessa Solano. She broke the school record. Nice play there by Ripon on defense. She's out of Martin Luther High School. That's where Bonnie Jensen also was out of. And she broke the three-point scoring record there, Solano. And she's doing pretty good here. She fouled out in that game against UW-La Crosse. Their only loss this year for Ripon. They're 2-1. Brashia, they're going to call a walk. Boy, her eyes lit up when she got the ball going down Main Street, but there was too many to run in that gauntlet. Caused that turnover. Nobody has scored for Whitewater in some time, as we're going to get an offensive foul here. That's going to go against number 12 for Whitewater, if I read the ref correctly. That is Mallory Trouch. Mallory Trouch. Look out. There's Solano with the ball. Behind the back dribble, away from the defense. They're trapping. And it's going to be a held ball. And that's what they do so well. Hello, sophomore. Welcome to Whitewater basketball. If you look at the where these Whitewater players are from, a lot of Illinois players and some really good Wisconsin schools as well. Head coach in her 21st year for Whitewater. She's a California native, played Division II ball herself. Nice drop step up and under, little baseline to reclaim the lead at the 2:22 mark for Whitewater. That full court pressure presents a little bit of problems. You got to be under control. You can't bring that ball down to your waist. There's a good find. Block, but picked up by the offensive teammate, Sydney Pittenger, on the other side to put it up to reclaim the lead. 12-11, 2 minutes remaining. Three ball misses, knocked off a Bonnie Jensen. It'll stay here with the Warhawks. Boy, everything's about birds in today's doubleheader. It's Redhawks versus Cohawks, and then it's Redhawks for the women versus Warhawks. Last night it was Ripon High School girls, Tigers. There was a non-bird, but they played Cardinals, so they won big. Congratulations to the Ripon High School girls program. They won big, so I felt the headline should be Tiger Eats Bird. Here we are out to the wing for three and the lead. Count it. Who was it? You betcha, Solano. 4-point lead with a minute and a half remaining, just about 15-11. Ripon. Oh, pick and roll, and it's going to be a foul by, I think that'll be Skylar Brashia. Let's see. Skylar, yeah, it is on Brescia, the Mauston grad. Came back for her 5th year. A lot of players have taken advantage of that COVID rule, NCAA. Interesting shot, a little bit of the release point is almost like on top of her head, but very smooth stroke. Nothing but net on the first one. Look at that, behind the head, release. Beauty. Makes them both. 15-13, Ripon after that Solano 3 ball. There's that pressure again. They just are relentless with it. Good help there by Brescia. Back to the point guard. You got to keep your dribble. You can't pick it up. They'll trap you immediately. Solano on the wing to Bonnie Jensen. Got her pocket picked on a beautiful move by 13. That's Carallo, the coach's daughter, and another turnover by Whitewater. What Ripon has to do now, that's going to be an important stat for Ripon here today. You got to take advantage of the turnovers. Those turnovers only help you if you can convert those to points. There's a nice give and go by Brescia. Trying to make room, but she got the ball held up. Still has it. What are they going to call? Well, it's still, now it's a Held ball, it'll stay with Ripon down here. Be 11 seconds on that shot clock. It's 15-13 Ripon. Whitewater comes in here at 3-0. They were in a tournament already. Carroll University only lost to them by, I think, 3 points. Spin move by Leslie. Little strong off the window. Look at the big for them push it. That's Abby Belschner out of Grafton. Grafton with a good, strong girls program. She's a legit senior 6-footer too. She handles that ball well. She goes with a high post, drops it off. They're going to get the reach. I think it's going to go on Solano. I'll have to wait and see. It is, and it's her first. 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 15-13, Ripon hanging on to a tenuous 2-point lead, but with an opportunity to tie this. Going to the line will be Maggie Trouch. Maggie's out of Sun Prairie, but played her ball at DeForest. She's 5'10", junior. Other than their starting point guard, they just got size everywhere, it seems. Corallo, the coach's daughter, she's 5'9", and she's about the smallest player, it seems, next to the player that's going to come in after this free throw. She makes that first one, delivers the second, ties it up. Re-entering is Esau Santo Domingo. Opelt. Boy, they're just going to keep trapping the ball. You got to keep moving it to make the defense work. And there was knocked away again by Opelt. Great outlet pass. I mean, that is a beautiful pass by a quarterback to a receiver. Just beats the buzzer. And that gives them the lead to break the tie 17-15 at the end of the first quarter. Aaliyah Grundall was the six-footer, was the recipient of that great outlet pass. So after one complete, it's 17-15. Visitors, Warhawks, on top. So for those that had a chance to watch that pregame interview with head coach Buzalaki, Lauren, it behooves Ripon that when you're the underdog, like in any team sport, you got to do everything consistently better than the favored team. And I say favored, well, you look at their record from a year ago, you look who they brought back, and you look what they accomplished a year ago. And hey, but what a program Lauren Buzalaki in her own right. Her father has assisted her, Dave Johnson, and then Megan Jensen, former player, and has been an assistant there for a while now. Great kid in her own right. I say kid, well, I won't show you my birth certificate, but done a great job. 4 consecutive conference championships. If you look at her conference wins at home over the last, 6-7 years, it's about a 700% winning percentage. That's unheard of. You don't want to bring it in here. If you're the road team coming into Ripon, statistically, you're not going to leave on that bus with a smile most of the time. So at the beginning of the second quarter, it'll be inbounded by Whitewater. That'll be Olafson, gets it into Esau Santo Domingo. Domingo with the ball. Feeds that block. Pretty fundamental basketball. Brescia with a knockaway. Opelt kicks it out for an open three. Fall had it, gave it away. Hits Bonnie Jensen. She drives the lane. No. Good take, though. Just didn't fall. Another outlet. It's going to be a foul. That's going to be going against Ripon. Yeah, that'll be Bella Opel. That'll be her first. She did everything she could to get back, and she was there. The problem was the height discrepancy. Makes that first free throw, and right now Whitewater, not only they're getting to the free throw line considerably, and guess what? They're delivering on those free throws too, as both are made by, I think that's Aaliyah Grundall. Ripon should be getting familiar with this full court press, and then when they get into the half court, it's a trap. Now it's 2 on none. When you break it, great job by Ripon that time. So they sold out on defense, and that time Ripon made them pay the price to pull within 2 of the leading Warhawks. Shot clock at 15 coming up right here. Domingo with the ball. Boy, look at that high post. Gives it to Domingo, knocked off of her hand. It'll stay with Whitewater, but now 5 on the shot clock. Good defensive effort right here, right now by the Redhawks. She doesn't have time. Making room for herself. A runner puts it up. Ripon had it. What are they going to call? They're going to say that somebody went over Bonnie Jensen's back because it was Jensen that was fighting for it. Had a clear path to it. So it is going to go against Domingo. That is her first foul. They maintain that pressure. Boy, you don't think this is good for Ripon to have to deal with going into the conference season. Bonnie Jensen, great move, but it got blocked, but too good. I guess arm is not part of the ball. So Ripon's going to go and shoot too. That's Bonnie Jensen. That's the first time, if I'm correct, that they're going to go to the line. Martin Luther High School grad, Bonnie Jensen. I really enjoy her game. She's kind of like that Luke Meinholz, in that, you know, you get that small forward guard kind of player that can handle the ball almost like a point guard, but can play the big position as well. Jensen, good job on the free throw line, pulls Ripon within 1. We're 90 seconds into the second quarter. Ripon trails 19-18 to Whitewater. Moving the ball nicely. Ball reversal, looking for the cutter. Shot clock at 10. She's going to go left hand, drive the lane, reverse layup. Almost missed everything. Bounced around. I think she hit the rim underneath, so goes out of bounds. Ripon ball. In for Whitewater, we're going to see Abby Belschner. She gets in. Why Olafson will take a seat for the Warhawks. Speed dribble by the point guard. Fall. She tried to reverse. It's big in there. Yep, you got to play heady, and she knows it. You got to be smart about it. You got to take into consideration it was a great move, but you got to understand what you're going up against. I mean, that is a foot difference, literally. Shot clock approaching 20 seconds. 19-18, approaching 7:40 in the half. Wide open 3, missed it all, but they got it back. 9 on the shot clock. They're going to call travel. Yeah, good catch by the baseline ref. He saw the little bunny hop as she was gathering herself. It just started out awkward when they airballed the three ball attempt, and then the timing was off. So Ripon with a chance to reclaim the lead at the 7.5 mark. They're going to call a kick on Whitewater. Boy, I tell you, you better be ready to come and meet the ball, because the pressure, they go from the soft backcourt pressure into a full court, half court trap, I should say, not full court, half court forecourt, half-court trap. How's that for a mouthful? And they do it well. They don't let you breathe is what I'm saying. Well, you're just fighting for your life to protect the ball. Next thing you know, the shot clock is down. Driving that lane, number 4 for Ripon. And that was Ella Jordan. I'm sorry, that was wrong roster, Abby Payne. Nice. That was a long 2. 21-18. Good job. Abby Payne doing a good job with the ball. Jensen reverses it to the kid from Amboy, Illinois, Payne. Payne to Leslie. They've done a good job, Whitewater, of not letting Leslie. What a great lob pass over the top of the defender, fronting the post, and she dropped it in the bucket. Beautiful entry pass by Allison Leslie. Pull Ripon within 1. Brescia, great defense. Made her kick it out for a wide open 3. It's long. Brescia and Jensen fighting for the ball. You gotta have your eyes or your head on a swivel. I mean, oh man, that's just too bad. There was no black jersey in the neighborhood on that missed long 3 ball. And now you're giving this team another chance. Well, you got to put your work hat back on and go at it again. 18 on the shot clock. Ripon trailing by 1. Nice feed to the block. Automatic, once you get it down there, it's really difficult to stop it. Belchner from Cedarburg. Solano's back in there for Ripon. She can nail that 3. Oh, she tried to thread it to Pittenger. It was just too tight. There you go. And they're going to call offensive. Good job by the defense there. Great anticipation. Calm under fire. She walked. No, they're going to call a foul. Yeah, that's why the look on Amboy's face was like, what? They're going to call body. That's the second on number 33. That's Aaliyah Grendel. Domingo will guard the inbounder by Opel. Bree Miller and Kiana Fall will re-enter for Ripon. Opelt and Bonnie Jensen will get a breather. Uh-oh. Yep, use your body. There's a matchup, those two. Can't pick that dribble up. You can't pick that dribble up. Yep. Ripon trailing by 3 as we approach the 5-minute mark remaining in the first half. Open jump shot, missed it. It's going to be another held ball, I would think, and it is. This one will stay with Ripon. There's been quite a few of those, actually. Both defenses in the half court have really challenged the shooter very well. Pittenger comes out. Brescia comes back in for Ripon. We're going to get a foul. Too good a defense by, I would think that's going to go against Isha Shanto Domingo. Let's see. Still waiting to see that on the board, and it is, and that's her second. She'll take a seat, and they'll be in for her. Is going to be London Alexander out of Dalton, Illinois, 5'6" junior. Clayton graduate delivers on that. That's Kiana Fall, senior. Yep. Knocks them both down to pull within one of Whitewater. 4:46 remaining in the first half. Kicks it out for an open three. Barely hit iron, but because that happens, you run it down, you're going to get a body. I think that's going to go against Solano for Ripon. That'll be her second if it is. It'll be 2 shots also. Mallory Olafson will shoot. Yeah, it is, and it's her second. Miller will come out for Ripon. So Jordan Bakoritz is out there, number 12. I've always thought of her as a real aggressive, physical, defensive player. Hits passing lanes, gets steals, tips the ball, boxes out, just really aggressive. Nice to have that type of a personality on your squad going against a Whitewater type of team. I'm surprised they don't try to trap that corner a little more on the short corner, but they're happy with it. Solano on the wing from Fall, fills a high post to Brescia. Brescia picks up that dribble, kicks it out, Payne. Solano shoots the 3. Ripon has a chance. Let's see how they rule it. It'll be a Whitewater ball. I think it's the right call. It's cold outside, but let me tell you, Ripon College men put on quite the exhibition in the game 1 against the visitors from Coe College, Cedar Rapids, Iowa today. Beat them going away. Coach Kane goes to 3-0 for the Ripon College men. Oh, what a great save for Whitewater, and it's good. Batted it right to her teammate. Very athletic move, you can see it. To have that size and athleticism. Wow. We're going to get a timeout called. I think people were going to look for a foul, maybe trying to go through the screen. It'll be a timeout called, I think, by Ripon. So with the score, 27-22. That's one of the largest leads Whitewater has had. That five point differential. It's a good effort. I love the energy. I mean, this is without a question. This is a David Goliath type of setup here for this game. And boy, no one will ever accuse either coach for Ripon College when it comes to basketball of backing away from top talent. I'm pretty sure they head for Wheaton College for their next contest, the Ripon College women. While they're at Wheaton, I think the men will be at Whitewater. Speaking of Whitewater. So for Ripon, it'll be Opelt, Solano, Brescia, Fall, and number 20, I think that's Hartman for Ripon, Abby. Yep, the junior out of Woodstock North High School. What a name, Woodstock. Here we go. On the wing, that's Opelt, the Neilsville grad, looking for help. She gets it from Solano. Oops. Shot clock at 6. Lost it again. They're going to say that it was out of bounds off of Solano trying to go to the floor and get it. It was just good fortune for Whitewater, the way that played out on the floor. This is where Ripon has to hang tough. You want to keep this game at single digits going in at half with 3:20 remaining. They're trailing by 5 now. Going for the theft. Got caught with her hand in the cookie jar, Hartman. Trying to steal it from Olafson. Re-entering for Maggie Trouch will be for Whitewater. They'll just go with the easy inbound to Alexander. She's got the ball over to Trouch on the left wing. She drives left baseline. Good defense by Solano. Reversal. Then they come back. They go around the horn and then they feed the post. That time it didn't get it. But Brescia has to do a better job of, you got to have your elbows up. You get that rebound, you can't hold it at your waist. You see what they do. So they'll keep the ball here. Possession goes to Whitewater. Doesn't take away from Brescia fighting hard down there. A lot of held balls. Ripon will have to talk about that at halftime. Beautiful dump off. They're going to call foul on Leslie. That would go against, I believe, Allison Leslie. Her first, fourth team foul here in the second quarter, under 3 minutes remaining till half. It's a 5-point lead. Going to try to improve upon that. Whitewater has spent a lot of time here in the first half at the free throw line. Not only that, but they're delivering. I dare say the stat at halftime, when I look at that free throw collectively as a team, the Warhawks are going to look really good as a percentage. Real good. Got it up to 7. Ripon really needs a good look here on this possession. You got to deal with that pressure. Boy, when you got a dead ball, you pick that dribble up, you got to know if you're shooting or passing right away. Great job. Oh, you needed that three-point play. Great move. Stop and pop, head, shoulder, let the defender fly by, and then go up with the ball. She just didn't get it to fall. Pun unintended. That is Kiana Fall with the ball. On that, she'll shoot 2. She's 2 for 2, I think, earlier. These are big. These are big. She's 4 for 4 unofficially. Good ball screen. Stop and pop. Came off of that staggered screen. I think that was Alexander with the bucket. Boy, you definitely want to fake a pass, make a pass against this pressure. Looking for a teammate that's open. There she is, Bonnie Jensen. Back out to Fall for a 3. Pump fakes, dribble, relocate. Didn't fall. Brescia, great offensive board. A 3 by, oh, that would have been nice for Ripon. Had a good look. That's all you could ask for. Fall with a good look at the 3. Wow. Ball doubling the ball, got run over. But it paid off because Ripon's going to come up with it on that turnover by Whitewater. Entering is 35, Abby Baumgartner from Mokina, Illinois. Ripon down by 7, below 2 minutes remaining till halftime. All in all, if you're a Redhawk fan, you got to feel pretty good about it. Fall, and she's going to go back to the free throw line. And boy, if she can continue to do what she's done so far, stop the clock, get a chance to get some points here late in the first half. Alexander's going to take a break. In for her will be number 15. That's Renee Rittmeyer. She's out of Winnebago, Illinois. And 5 for 5 is Kiana Fall. Pulls Ripon within a half dozen. Gets it down to 5. All these players, you know, they've spent just about the majority of their lives in a gym, if you think about it. And since they were in grade school, most of these girls have all played, I'll bet you, club ball. I should say ladies. Dribble, relocate for a 3, and that was a nice move. Schlong on the island. It's tall in there. Yeah, you got to let go, Allison. Once you don't get it initially, you can't keep grabbing, because when she turned, then the leather goes to skin, and now she got called for that second one. They're going to shoot, and they just shoot so well from the free throw line as a team. Olafson for Whitewater. Solano will come in for Leslie. You got to protect her now with 2 fouls. Congratulations to head coach Ryan Steffen, his staff, and those players. So they're off to a 3-0 start. All 3 games were the result of home cooking. First free throw is good. As is the second. Boy, if they've missed, it hasn't been too many. Whitewater. I dare say of their 33 points, I'll bet you close to half of those are from the charity strike. That's what makes a team so good. Can be that aggressive, and yet when you're victimized with a foul, you make the opposition pay. Nice high-low game. Oh, Jensen couldn't get it to fall with the left hand off the rim. Fall, puts a hand on it. Oh, Amboy, the kid from Amboy, I should say, Payne, almost came up with a loose change. Ow. She called it definitively. They're going to say Bonnie Jensen just wasn't set good enough in the eyes of the official. Buzalaki talking to the official about something. Here we go again. Here we go again. What an athletic move it was, though. My goodness, was Trouch up there. I mean, one-handed sort of finger roll, like launched out of a challenge. A lot of hang time there. Quite the player. Very impressive. 5'10" junior Trouch. Well, it's up to 9, their biggest lead now. Below a minute. I said they had to keep it single digit, just psychologically. You go in down single digits if you're Ripon. Almost a steal. Good job by Hartman to reclaim it from Solano. Pull-up jumper short. Fall tried to reel it in, but a good defensive move by Corallo. It'll stay with Whitewater, out of bounds. This will be a first opportunity for Whitewater to go up double digits. They got the ball with just over 31 seconds till halftime. You're watching Ripon Channel. I'm Marty Ernster. Doing the call along with me is Riley Eisnagel, executive producer, cameraman. And Ripon taking on a very formidable foe. UW-Whitewater, Warhawks. They're going to work some clock, it looks like. Good help defense. Jump that passing lane. And an outlet too strong, but she reels it in to save it. Solano goes to a wide open Bershia. And it's going to be a foul. They're going to call it. I thought it was a dribble jump stop. Evidently not. I don't know. But I think it looked awkward, but I thought it was a legit dribble jump stop. And it was just a little different looking. Huge lost opportunity there. Oh, give a player like that space. She misses at the buzzer. Here's the good news. You're down by 9. Could have been worse if you're Ripon. It's 35-26 at the half. Ripon trailing UW-Whitewater. We're going to be back with some halftime statistics and a quick some thoughts about the first half of action. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes. Welcome back to the grounds of Ripon College. We're inside the Willmore Center on the Bob Gillespie, Julie Johnson Gillespie Court, inside the Doc Weiske Gymnasium. It's halftime. Non-conference Ripon women's. I was going to say women Ripon college basketball. Easy for me not to say, folks. And it's halftime. It's 26 for Ripon, 35 for the visitors. The Warhawks are quite formidable. Athletic, big. They got everything going their way, I'll tell you. Ripon, they're doing everything they can to hang with them. I didn't get the stat sheets yet. Hopefully I'll see those later. But I think the one telling one will be the fouls committed by Ripon and how Whitewater's converted those points at the free throw line. Rather impressive. Ripon will inbound here. Opelt gives it to the Ripon point guard, Fall. There's a nice cut, left hand finish. Beautiful start for the Lady Redhawks on a Bonnie Jensen pass to Leslie for the Redhawks. Gets it back to a 7-point deficit for Ripon. We're just underway at the second half. 10-minute quarters. Good defense by Opelt. Created, caused the miss. It'll stay here with Whitewater. Maggie Trouch was the one that split the two Ripon defenders going for that loose ball. Here's the lob. High-low game. Fall, they shoot over the top. She was there, but you can't do anything about that. That's just a size mismatch. Fall against that pressure to Leslie. She goes to the wing. Opelt with an open three, missed it, but it's reeled in by Jensen. Hard pass to Brescia. Leslie Nielsen. Oh. Yep, that'll be out of bounds. I should say Leslie Allison on that missed three. That would have made it a 6-point game. See, with the intensity here, this is going to come down. I think the third quarter will tell a lot about who's going to walk out here today with the win. Good defense by Jensen. Great defense by Jensen. Fall, is she going to go all the way? She does. She finishes. It's good. Ripon within 7. Great take with the left hand, but she overlaid, and Jensen again out and running. Brescia is opposite of her. She's going to try to go all the way, step through to the defense, left hand. I call her the Luke Meinholz of the Lady Redhawks. Maybe I should say Meinholz is the Bonnie Jensen of the Ripon men. Drops it off. There's another rebound on a missed jump shot. Opelt, the sophomore, pushing it. No advantage. Kicks it out for an open three. Jensen drives baseline. Left hand goes up to the right. They're going to call a foul. She'll shoot 2. Wow. We're less than 3 minutes into the third quarter. Both teams are bringing it. Right now, Ripon is the benefactor of one and done on the defensive side and then converting those into points in the last few possessions. They're within 5. Jensen, a good free throw shooter. In for Ripon is Anna Farney. She's a sophomore. Very nice player. Used to call her games when Winneconne Wolves came into the Tiger Den in high school football. Pittenger's also in now for Ripon. Alexander in for Whitewater. She makes that free throw. This is the closest Ripon has been now. Remember, they went in down 9 at the half. They're down by 4. Isha Santo Domingo brings it down, gets it out to the wing. Alexander with the ball. Dribbles over to the top, but reverses to the corner. Tried to skip past to the other side. Good defense by Opelt. Boy, she working hard on. Good help by Jensen. Forced the bad shot. Weak side rebound by Pittenger, and Fall is running with the ball. Pulls it out. Leslie wanted the three, but a good closeout by Whitewater. Pull-up jumper, short. Domingo is pushing it now. Good defense by Bonnie Jensen. Another back-to-back rebounds now by Pittenger. Good job. Boy, Whitewater knows Leslie. She feeds Leslie on the block. She wants to take it inside, one-on-one, left hand, short misses, gets her own rebound. And they're going to call, I think the third foul could be going against Domingo. Let's find out. It is. Their starting point guard is now in foul trouble at the 6:33 mark. Now, whether that's good or bad, because they just brought in Maggie Trouch, who is maybe, when I just look at pure athleticism, she's right at the top in my mind of that Whitewater squad. Calm under fire. Pittenger not panicking. Fall. Oh, what a nice pass. Jensen goes up. Blocked. That little bit of hesitation by Jensen, I think, cost her. Good job defensively by Whitewater on blocking that baseline jumper. That would have pulled Ripon within two. Alexander drives baseline. Fall says no way. Cuts her off. Pittenger. Skip pass for a three. Count it. That's 13. That's Corallo. Get a whistle. Now, Whitewater coach Corallo is showing almost like she's calling a timeout. What's going on? So they counted the three. It's 40-33, 6:03 remaining. Ripon's going to inbound. So I think there was, I don't know, it might have been a yin and a yang here between the official. Yeah, it is a timeout now. I'm not sure. So while Whitewater takes the timeout after making that three, they're up by 7. So that's what's going on here. Remember, this Whitewater squad, I talked about it earlier, they beat Ripon College last season after Ripon won their fourth consecutive postseason tournament, Midwest Conference champs. First round, they drew Whitewater. Whitewater beat them, and then Whitewater went on to run the table to get all the way to the national championship game. On their way, they won a overtime game in the Sweet 16, and then they beat UW-Oshkosh, their rival, by 3, by 1 possession. So it wasn't an easy walk to get to that championship game. So that's the talent level, the talent pool that Ripon is facing here in their own gym here. Trailing by 7. There's that full court pressure being applied. Good job by the off guard for Ripon, making herself available. Fernie, but got a turnover here. Haven't seen Fernie. I don't think she got in the first half. Good player as a Winneconne Wolf in high school. Now she's thrown into the fire. It's good. This only makes your team better, no doubt. Taking on such formidable competition. I thought she got away with a walk. Okay, just a good, smooth move. What do I know? 42-33, back to that 9-point lead. That's what they had at the half, Whitewater. Fall faked the pass to the win. She knows, she knows she was being shadowed on the double. High post to Leslie. Jensen on the pass. Oh, what a save that was by Fernie for the 3-ball short. And it's going to be, let's see, jump ball. That's going to stay with Ripon. What a save by the sophomore from Winneconne for the Redhawks. Just when I think everybody thought it was out of bounds. And now with 11 seconds on the shot clock, Jensen for Ripon will do the inbounding. You got 2 on the block, 2 on the elbow. Here's Miller down the lane. Fall. It's too big in there. She knows it. Now it's 1-on-1. Kicks it out for the open 3 to Bonnie Jensen. Short on the iron. And that'll be a nice rip rebound and an outlet to Whitewater. Good job by Fernie to avoid the three-point play. But a finish nonetheless. Biggest lead now. See how she, good idea. Just let the ball get away from her. 44-33. Below the 5-minute mark, halfway mark of the third quarter. It'll be a while till we're back for more Ripon College action. And we got a bounce pass off the defender of Ripon, so they'll stop the clock. 20 seconds exactly on the shot clock now. Miller guarding the inbound. Denial by Fairney, good job. Overplaying, but good help there by Abby Payne. And it'll be a Whitewater ball. Boy, I want to know, this is almost like when I was coaching youth basketball, you would get a lot of tie-ups in girls basketball frequently. And this reminds me of that. But for this happening here in this game at this level for totally different reasons. Solano's out there for Ripon. They're going to need somebody if they can get off a three-point shot like that for Whitewater, and she's got a pretty shot. That's who else? Coach Buzalaki talked about the coach's daughter. She is so good. Brescia needed to come to the ball. If Brescia would have came to that pass, she would have been fouled, and there you go. They got it back. Good job of Ripon defense to get back after the steal. Sometimes teams that put pressure on don't like being pressured. We're going to get a full timeout. Good timeout by Coach Buzalaki. You got to kind of settle your team down a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit out of hand in terms of the scoreboard. So come up for a collective breath, if you will. Talk some things over and get back to doing what you do well. I think that I watch this Whitewater squad, and I think everything that they do seems to come off of their full court defensive pressure and then half court trapping. So I guess what I'm saying is it's about the defense. And when you have tall, rangy, athletic, quick-footed athletes, that really shrinks the court for the opposition. It narrows the passing lanes, the relentless pressure of trapping of the ball in the forecourt more so than in the backcourt. And it puts a lot of pressure on the offense. They can't even get into their offensive sets, if you will. So they create a nervousness on the opposing offense. You know what? And they always say, you know, what a defense's job is to make the opposing offense uncomfortable. Let me tell you, Whitewater gets an A+ defensively for doing just that. 4:06 remaining, 47-33. Ripon with the ball. Fairney will inbound to Payne for Ripon. She hits Solano in the corner. Solano crossover dribble, sizing up the situation, throws it away. She thought Brescia was going to go down the lane line. She got cut off on the help defense. Pull-up jumper, Alexander. Rebound, Miller. Oh, wow. They certainly go over the top of players. Yeah. I never quite understood that rule that if it's a loose ball, pretty much anything goes. But Whitewater understands it very well. Catch, pivot under pressure. Brescia's frustrated. She's gotten called for a couple of walks here, and she's very frustrated. Well, here you go. Get a short memory, start over again. There's lots of time in this contest. Uh-oh, great blow by. Missed it though. There's Brescia. That's what she does very well, and that's rebounding on both ends of the court. She's done that throughout her entire career. Very impressive, particularly on the offensive end where she's done that for so many seasons. Allison Leslie keeping her dribble, goes up off the window, very patient. Talk about patient under fire. That's an example of it. Good job. Gets Ripon within 12. You know, you got these Lady Redhawks. Reverse layup misses. Leslie with the rebound. They've played. This will be their third state school already. There's a nice pass to Payne. Dribbles, gather herself, knocks it down. Ripon on a 4-0 run. Pulls within 10. Can they have another stop? Do they got one in them? Nice defense there by Fairney from Winneconne for Ripon. Now they feed the post. Miller almost throws it away. She did. Payne, Amboy, Illinois grad, comes up with the ball. She's sizing it up. Leslie off the ball screen of Brescia. Brescia on a pick and roll. Missed it. What a beautiful play. That would have been sweet to finish. Look at this. I said I felt she might be the best all-around athlete on that squad. That's one example right there. We're going to get a timeout by Whitewater. They get that lead back up to 12. It's 49-37. I'm Marty Ernster for Ripon Channel here in the confines of the Willmore Center. We had the men's game earlier. Co-college Hawks came in with their 2-1 record, taking on Ryan Kane and his 2-0 record. Ryan Kane walks out with a 3-0 to start his season. So he goes from 3 home games to 3 road games. They'll open up on the road at, I believe, Whitewater, and then from there they'll go to Carthage College. And then before semester break, they're going to be, I believe, opening up on the road at Illinois College along with the Ripon College women. That'll be on December 7th. So people will be able to go to that website for Illinois College, and then you can watch it. And my counterpart will be doing that game. I'll probably be watching it. Here we go. There's that pressure. Nice. I love the bounce pass under the defensive pressure from Payne. A lot of time here. 17 on the shot clock. Fall, slips, gets it into Brescia, though. Brescia on the dribble. It's going to be a tie-up. It'll go to Whitewater. Here we go. Boy, she's a good one on the wing. Crouch. It's a 3. Biggest lead now for Whitewater. Pittenger will be checking in on the next dead ball whistle. Bonnie Jensen, one-on-one, drives baseline. Kicks it to Brescia, goes off her foot. Fall picks up the loose change with 12 on the shot clock. Jensen's going to get called for a block, or she did get blocked. She'll be the recipient of the call. So who does she come in for? Brescia will take a seat. So it'll be Pittenger and Jensen and Payne and Fall and Leslie for the Redhawks. In for Whitewater. I think that was 12. I think that was Maui Olafson. And we're wiping up a little maintenance there. Both teams with large squads, by the way. We're going to have to cut holes into that wall for the bench. Nice move up and under, and it's good. That is a nice basketball move that you work on for a long time. Nice defense there. Jensen came back even after she flew by the first one, and then the shooter said, okay, I'll shoot the 3. She still bothered the shot. Good job. They're going to call the reach on Maggie Trouch. She's just a junior. Maggie is 5'10", junior. kind of thin, so she looks actually taller than she is. Well, maybe it's her hairdo too. She's got a sort of a bun thing up on top, gives her a couple more inches on the roster. Okay, 33 comes in, and that's Aaliyah Grundall. She's a senior, 6-footer for Whitewater. That's a good coach over there too for Whitewater, no doubt. Ball screen, Pittenger. And they're going to call body, fall. Got bumped. And so 5 team fouls on Whitewater here in the third quarter with less than 25 seconds remaining. We're going to get another substitution. Mallory Olafson will come out. In for her will be Abby Baumgartner, a senior out of, talked earlier, 5'11" senior out of Illinois, Mokina. Fall, who was just nasty at the free throw line in the first half, continues. This would make it an 11-point deficit for the Redhawks if she can deliver. It's long. Fall tries for it. Who's he going to go to? Went off the fall. Good hustle by the point guard. She's going to come out. Opelt comes in for Ripon. I think that's Fall's first break, and with 20 seconds left in the third quarter. That's nice when you can take your 5'10" junior at the point guard position. Pittenger, good job defense. Alexander, one-on-one. Leslie, good job defensively. Kick it out for an open three. At the buzzer, missed everything. Good defense by Ripon. They're down by an even dozen with 10 minutes of action coming up to decide what's going to happen. Whitewater looking to stay undefeated to go to 4-0. Ripon starting out their season at 2-0 would, if they don't come back, would be 2-2 on the year. So it's a cold day, opening deer hunting season here in the dairy state of Wisconsin. It's cold, it's blustery. I'm glad we get to be in here for sure. Watching good sports teams going at it. High school, Ripon Girls High School action will be back in. We'll be doing Tuesday across on the other side of town. On the east side of town, south side of town. That'll be former conference foe Marcus Ann Hornets come in. Lady Hornets will come in on Tuesday night. We'll bring that game to you. Riley Eisnagel here is working with me today. And yeah, he really is. And he's got all the equipment. I'm glad I just show up. You know, I bring my pretty face and my briefcase. I don't have to be lugging all this equipment. I don't know what time these guys start grabbing all this electronical stuff that I know nothing about whatsoever. Only thing I know about is a TV remote. That's all I know. So with 10 minutes to go and Ripon on the inbound, that'll be Opelt, Pittenger, Jensen, Leslie, Fall, and Opelt. They're going 4 across Ripon. Now they'll do cross screens. Point guards eyeing up the situation. Alexander's on her, and she's a good one. Oh, good dribble relocate, but help defense is outstanding for Whitewater. Just when you think you might be open, when you think you're open for a shot, there's a ball reversal for Fall. Counted. Excellent. Boy, they had to work at it. Whitewater is not going to let you. They're not going to give anything away. You're going to earn every point going against this ball club, and they earned that 3 ball there. Pulls it within single digits, but they just reclaimed that double-digit lead with a mid-range jumper. I believe that was Grundall for Whitewater. There's that very familiar backcourt pressure. Leslie on a rare look for a 3. Back-to-back threes by the two Clayton grads. Pull Ripon within 8. Backdoor, beautiful play. Leslie needed weak side help on that. We're going to call that wide right on the field goal attempt by Whitewater. Ripon will maintain possession. Pittenger will have a seat. Miller will come in for a Ripon, and I must say, I'm impressed by the tats. Those are all business. Good job by Whitewater saving that loose ball. Ripon's got to regroup here defensively. Miller on Trouch. There's the post, Leslie there. Alexander refeeding on a nice little baby hook by Grundall. I say Grundall, I think it's Grunhall. I'm listening to the announcer on the court, Lynn Krause. There's another held ball. If anything, Ripon's learned a lesson. When you got this a very aggressive, active defense, they're always hawking the ball. And when you stop your dribble, you got to know right then and there, I'm either passing or shooting. Because if you pass or at least pivot under pressure, if you can pivot under pressure, you might get the benefit of a foul call on the reach. But if you hold it, you're going to see 2 thumbs up on an official real quick. Easy for me to say sitting up here in the Hawks nest. Going to her left, nice right hand finish. That might be their biggest lead of the contest, up by 14. Miller feeds Jensen going down the lane. Blocked shot. Tenacious defense by Whitewater. That pull-up jump shot was missed, and Jensen pulled it in. We'll get a timeout by Coach Buzalaki. Just under 7 minutes remaining. 60-46. Wow. That's what it's all about. You want to know what that next level is? It's the defensive intensity. My goodness. In Corallo, in her 21st year as head coach, and I read her resume online. I mean, she's been everywhere, done everything, coaching, and she's got it figured out. Nice program, nice set of athletes. Lady Redhawks got a lot of experience over there, a lot of success, I might add. Coach Buzalaki has definitely taken the program to another level, maybe even 2 levels. And what they got to do is figure out, how to be in that 4th quarter and still have a chance to come away with a W. And they're still working on that. They've had some really nice spurts in this afternoon's contest. We've got to get them more sustained. Jensen, crossover dribble, goes up, no call, stays with it. How's that for focus? Help defense stepped out on her, hit the ball. Jensen stayed right with it, no whistle, went right up and finished with a left hand. Gets it back to 12. Out there with her 3rd foul now is Isha Santo Domingo, the point guard. Ouch. Going to call offensive? No, they're going to call a block. I really thought that might be offensive. That's a tough one to take. She evidently fouled the offensive player with her throat. A bit of sarcasm there, but so they'll maintain possession. They'll reset at 20 seconds on that shot clock. That high-low game, when you get the ball that deep like that, you're really on an island when you're playing from behind. Miller had no chance. Back up to that 14-point deficit for Ripon. Beautiful pass by Fall to Payne. Leslie looking for that cutter. Jensen, they're going to call the reach. That should go against Grundahl. That's her third. 3 on 33. Miller will take a seat. Pittenger and Solano will enter for Ripon. And Trouch will re-enter for Whitewater. Below 6 minutes now, trailing by 14. Lost the handle on the dribble. Goes out of bounds. Just wonder how much that leg, how long it's going to take for Payne to get confidence in that knee brace. What impact that has on her game. It's got to be considerable, I would think. Good feed. Foul on Jensen. She really had no chance. There's just, I'm not sure what you do. It starts with trying to get more pressure on the entry pass. It's not just the person defending down low. You got to make that entry pass tougher, I think. That was too easy for Alexander to make that little entry bounce pass to her teammate. That's Belschner. Makes them both 64-48. Payne, good job with the pressure. Solano almost loses it, and she did. She had tried to reel it in, couldn't do it. Pittenger will take a seat. Back out for the Tigers, Brescia. Good job by Brescia. Jensen will call a foul on Alexander. Had to be on somebody. Too much bumping in there. The two Ripon players, Brescia and Jensen, did a nice job of the box out. 5:20 remaining. There's Payne against that double team. Hesitation, stop and go dribble. Did a good job, but now she needs someone to come to her. And Jensen's the one that did it. Lob to Leslie. That ball did everything but go in, but Leslie got her own change on the miss. Puts it back up. Below 5 minutes. Whitewater with a double-digit lead. Boy, I thought Jensen did a nice job there. Got to protect the shooter. That'll be her fourth on 14. Fall will re-enter for Solano, the sophomore. I tell you, you play some of these tougher, better state schools, and you're ready, your season for your conference season, let me tell you. Because there is nothing you haven't gone up against, nothing, when you get into conference play. Leslie with a missed free throw rebound. Jensen wants to go. She kicks it for the three. Oh, Payne just missed. She was a big-time scorer down in Illinois. Nice tip away by Jensen, reeled in by Brescia, gets it to Fall, the point guard for the Redhawks. Approaching 4 minutes remaining. Kicks it out for a three from Payne. Leslie finds it. gets within a dozen. They get this down to single digits with 3 minutes. It'd be impressive. You know they got their timeouts left. But you got to get it down to single digits. Good job by Payne. Step through, up and under, missed it, got her own rebound. Boy, that's a kick in the fanny because that resets that clock. We'll get a timeout by Whitewater. I believe that's who called it. It is. Ripon Channel here, bringing you Ripon College basketball. It was a doubleheader today. First we've had. Usually early in the year you don't always get those. You got both the men and the women's teams going out and searching of their own non-conference schedules, so they don't always line up and compatible where they're playing a home one together on the same day. It did today. Talked earlier about the men's program going to 3-0 after defeating Coe College in a really high energy effort by the Ripon College Redhawk men. And they did that without Ryan Steffes, which to me was pretty impressive as well. And the depth of this squad that Coach Kane has, pretty impressive as well. So they come back out onto the court. Ripon's most likely, with about 3.5 minutes remaining and change, is going to fall to 2-2 on the year. And they're going to go down to Wheaton. And I expect Wheaton to be a bona fide program, too. I'll bet you they are. Strong program. Nice move. Fall pulls it in. She's looking. Leslie. Corallo stepped through, got blocked by the help defense, the big, but it came back to Ripon, feeds Brescia. She wants to go up, almost got tied up. She dribbles away from pressure to fall. Goes off the dribble, she gets stuffed, and they're going to call shot clock violation. Time clock ran out. Great defense. Good effort by Ripon. The defense was just a tad bit better. Domingo brings it down into the forecourt. They go to that high post again. Hand it off, and then kicks it out, and she drives the lane. Nice finish. As Leslie and Belschner go to the floor. Don't bring it down. There you go. Keep that ball up high. We're going to get a timeout. Buzalaki with 2:26 remaining. Ripon down 67-53. Ref asking Coach Buzalaki to confirm. And it is going to be a 30-second, not a full. I'm still amazed I walked into this facility, what it used to be and what it is now. And I still think about when they went to the respective, the athletic director, imagine all the meetings, the coaches, everybody had, like, okay, what's the needs list, what's the wants list, and what do you absolutely have to have? You know, and they got a street out in front of the building. You can't expand that way. You had to expand to the west, which was the new field house they added. But then but the other three sides of the existing facility, there was nowhere to grow out. So to do what the architects did and the engineers, to me, is pretty darn amazing. Back to the game. Keanu Fall gets it out to Leslie. Leslie drives, closely guarded. High post to Jensen. Jensen goes up, gets it blocked. Actually, that block came off her hand. They could have called it the other way. In for Ripon also right now is 22. Cassidy Walters. He's a pretty good shooter, actually. Gets it out Cassidy Walters, the inbounder, now has it on the handoff from Brescia. She dribbles around. You got, couldn't get it up. It'd be a shot clock violation. Like I said, the whole success of this Whitewater team is predicated on defense. That's my observation. And everything else goes. And then their high-low game, because of the team that they have, their high-low half-court offense is as good as I've seen. Nice job. Ball knocks it off the intended receiver, Domingo. It'll be Ripon ball below 2 minutes. Trailing by, is that 14? My cameraman had to confirm my math. Jensen, lost it. And I'm just going to compliment her. I love her crossover, and then goes to her left hand so well. You know, that's what you want your point guards to do and your backcourt players to do, to have your offhand as strong as your dominant hand, and to have a 5'10" forward be able to do that. It's a nice weapon to have on your ball club. That's Bonnie Jensen, who's going to take a breather. And for her is number 20, Abby Hartman, the junior, for Ripon. Leslie guarding the high post to get a ball screen put on to Hartman. She's guarding Alexander, who gets it out to Carrillo. Carrillo is a very nice player, all around solid. Domingo drives baseline on the closing Brescia. They kick it out. We're going to get a foul, I think, on Fall. It is. Shooting. Oh, Whitewater missed a free throw. She'll probably be benched for a considerable amount of time for that. Of course, I'm being silly about that. That's how good of a free throw shooting team they've demonstrated today. We'll get a timeout. Probably, yeah. She wants to get in some of her other players, Coach Buzalaki, and she's doing just that. We're going to see 4 of them come in. So it's official. Ripon is saying, okay, today was your day, Whitewater. 67-53, minute 12 remaining. I got to say this, I got to plug in for my daughter, a Whitewater grad, Mallory. She played on a co-ed intramural team, and I had no idea that they actually play regionals and so on and so forth. And they traveled around. They went to University of Missouri for a weekend tournament, and they won it, and they qualified for nationals. And then Culver's and some other businesses at Whitewater helped them finance their travel, and they went out to University of South Carolina for the national intramural championships, if you can believe that. And that's something. Never thought that kind of thing even was going on. What a fun time that was, I'm sure. So, folks, Ripon played hard, and you definitely, everybody learns from this. Inbounding for Ripon, who just got into the game. That's Molly Johannes, freshman. She brought in another strong group. Mackenzie Bester out of Reedsburg area has the ball. Back to her. And gets knocked away, but picked up by an opportunistic Ripon player. She put the shot up, rolled off the rim, and that was Johannes. She was a star at Laconia. Makes her home in El Dorado. Timeout. You got 50 seconds. This is about, I have to sit here and act like I didn't hear my cameraman talk to me. So, curious question, but I'll have to look into it. But I want to thank you, viewers, for taking the time and watching this nice program here. By the way, I got to tell you, Rick Coles is the assistant football coach, and congratulations to that team this year. Outstanding way for that team to play this season. I mean, just been a long time for a conference championship. It was a 3-way tie. Unfortunately, based on tiebreaker information, they did not do advance to the tournament. But Rick Coles is a co-college graduate, so I had to needle him a little bit, and I think some other players did. And he actually told me during the game that Tooney looked at him at the scores table after a basket or something and said something about co-college or where did he go to school. Funny as heck. We're going to get a timeout here. I don't think the clock. Yeah, the official has to go to the scores table and let them know about the clock. Anna Cunningham is in for Ripon, along with Bailey Mullen. Good left hand here. That's 35. That's Mackenzie Ohlers from Kewanee. I like seeing these players getting some time because you kind of get an idea of what some of the future is going to look like, because there's a slew of seniors on this Redhawk women's program. Oh, look, there you go. Nice shot. Way to battle. Trying to jump ball. Great job. That's like a cowboy riding the bull for those 7 seconds. She hung in there. Let me tell you, that's not an easy thing to do. Great job by number 1, Mackenzie Bester. I mean, she gave up her body just to get the jump ball possession. Good job. Inbounding will be Mackenzie Ohlers. I'm not sure on that pronunciation. I'll have to find out. And that'll do it with 4 seconds remaining. Final score here today will be 67-53. Whitewater showing the Ripon fans just what they're all about. Lady Redhawks, I got no reason to hang their heads. It was a 67-53 final. We'll be back at Ripon College down the road. I think it's going to be a few weeks. And we'll be back in more Midwest Conference action. But when that happens, I can tell you they start conference on the 7th, but that'll be a road game. And then we'll be back in action with college basketball shortly after that, entering the second week, I think, of December. I want to thank everybody for viewing in. Congratulations to both programs today. Spirited effort. I'm Marty Ernster for the Ripon Channel. And good night, everybody.